Deep in a lush jungle lived the biggest elephant anyone had ever seen. His name was Thunder. When he walked, the ground trembled, and when he spoke, the trees shook. But Thunder had one terrible habit. He loved to show off.
Look at you all! So small, so weak. I am the mightiest. I don't need anyone.
He would trumpet, mostly to parrots, who would roll their eyes and fly away without listening. In the same jungle lived the tiniest sparrow you could imagine. Her name was Whisper. She was so small that a single leaf could be her blanket. Other animals laughed at her, saying,
"What can you do? You're smaller than a flower."
But Whisper just smiled and said,
"Size isn't everything. A big heart matters more."
One hot afternoon, Thunder was walking alone near the riverbank when suddenly, squelch! His giant foot sank deep into thick, sticky mud. He pulled, he pushed, he trumpeted loudly, but the harder he struggled, the deeper he sank.
Help! Somebody help me!
The lion rushed over and pulled with all his strength. Nothing happened. The hippo pushed from behind. The mud didn't move. The monkeys threw down vines and ropes. They all snapped. The lion shook his head sadly and said,
"He's too heavy. There's nothing we can do."
One by one, everyone gave up and walked away. Then, a tiny voice spoke.
"Let me try."
Everyone turned. It was Whisper, landing softly on Thunder's trunk. The animals burst out laughing. "You?"
You! You're smaller than his toenail.
Whisper didn't argue. She simply said,
Watch and learn.
and flew away. Minutes later, she returned, but not alone. Behind her marched thousands and thousands of tiny ants, moving in perfect lines.
Friends, someone needs our help today.
The ants crawled into the mud, digging and tunneling, loosening the earth grain by grain, until, shlup, Thunder's foot popped free. Thunder stood frozen in shock. The lion's jaw dropped. The hippo couldn't believe his eyes. Whisper landed gently on Thunder's ear and said softly,
Strength alone didn't save you. Brains did. And teamwork with warm understanding.
Tears filled Thunder's big, tired eyes.
"I've been so awful to everyone. I'm truly sorry."
He looked down at the tiny sparrow and asked,
"Whisper, will you be my friend?"
Whisper laughed, a sound like tiny bells ringing, and said,
Thunder, I was already your friend. You just didn't know it.
From that day on, Thunder changed completely. He walked slowly and carefully so no small creature would get hurt. He spoke softly. He helped everyone. And wherever he went, Whisper rode proudly on his head. The animals would watch them and say,
Look, the smallest creature in the jungle changed the biggest.
and Whisper would always reply,
Real strength isn't in your size, it's in your heart. And in true friendship, nobody is too big or too small.